You said you wanted to be in the vlog.
Good morning. Have a good day, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
This is Tuesday. Yesterday was my birthday and it was amazing. It was the best birthday possibly of my life. Maybe I shouldn't say it so good because maybe the next one will suck. Like maybe I'm just getting my hopes up, getting too emotionally involved. But I was talking to a friend on the phone and he said, well, there's this book called Ragamuffin Gospel that every chapter you read just gets better and better. Maybe your next birthday will be better. And I was like, I hadn't even thought about that.
In other news, I got my cinnamon crumb muffin. Ben and I were walking in here and
We had talked about eating healthy starting yesterday.
we didn't really have like an official, all right, now we're eating healthy talk. So then I said, okay, I won't get the biscuits and gravy. I'll get an egg and geta, but I'll still get the cinnamon crumb muffin. I just knew I needed to get it because if I didn't do that, I would feel like it wasn't my choice. I'd feel like I was talked into it. And then I need some like prep. So I told him next week I won't get it. I'm just gonna enjoy this cinnamon crumb muffin today. And next week I'm not gonna get it. And it's gonna be hard, but that's something I'm deciding.
I'm not gonna eat any today.
Aren't you a good boy?
Hey, you don't need to unload your guilt on me.
Sorry.
Man, those crumbs look good though.
Now I feel bad eating in front of you.
And I've learned that I need to let her make her choices. In the past, I knew how to like get my way and I could like emotionally manipulate or pressure her. And that never worked out well in the long run. But actually I have to provide Cami freedom to make choices and make mistakes. That's harder for me with my personality.
And it's hard for me to let him say what he wants to say, his opinions, and then let him stay on that side of the fence and I'm on this side of the fence with my opinion. I mean, I will just automatically defer to him. I'm the one letting his thoughts be my thoughts and not, anyways.
And I'm gonna get my exposure right.
I really appreciate Ben being different than I am because when it comes to eating healthier, I know that he does better than I do in this area, and I could take that one of two ways. I could say, oh, Ben, you're blah, blah, blah. I can take it negatively, or I can use it for good and say, man, you know, for some reason you have more self-control in this area than I do. Will you help me eat better? And in the past, I can see that he does help me in that area if I let him. And I just watch his example and learn from it. It's still not super easy for me. Sometimes I'm just like, you know what, Ben, just leave me alone. But all in all, I actually really appreciate him for eating and for exercising. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be exercising, running 3 times a week.
Just finishing up our breakfast meeting. I got these amazing notes yesterday from a child. Dear Mom and Dada, I want to share about something. And I wish I could show you the handwriting here. It's just amazing. I snuck some candy today. I really wish I could stop. I really want help. Can you please help me? I feel really bad about it. So if you could help me not to sneak, I think it is a lot better if I am not alone in this. Love.
That last line.
You guys, like, this is the stuff right here. This is the parenting, this is the blessing, this is the best part about being a dad for me. You know, the thing I love about this vlog is that I'm able to share these moments right here. With a large family, we go through a grocery store and people say this stuff all the time. They're like, oh, your kids are so well behaved. You know what, that was nice for the first 5 years. Honestly, now, I know what goes into having well-behaved kids in public, and sometimes it's great. I don't want to knock it, but also I don't really give a shit about it. It's easy to have well-behaved kids on the outside. It's easy for me to act well-behaved on the outside. The important thing with my children, and I've come to learn this about myself, is actually what's on the inside that matters.
And how the children and the parents deal with what's on the inside.
Yeah. What if we're all monsters on the inside, but we're all just really, really good at faking it? That way of living life destroyed me. Where I was raised in the church people, they looked the best, better than anyone else. And they were the same, if not worse, on the inside from my experience. And the reason why I actually say worse is because they were trained, I was trained to hide this stuff so I could never actually deal with these things that my kid's talking about. I used to sneak all the time. I didn't feel like I could ask anyone for help. As a young parent, I used to see this type of stuff and I would just get frustrated and be like, oh, you are sneaking, we need to stop that. Now I've come to realize, oh, I'm like this. The question I would ask is there something in your life that you do that you wish you didn't do? If you can say yes to that, then you are just like this child and you are just like us in this way. Because we all say, oh, I'm going to be super honest today, or I'm going to cut those calories, or I'm going to exercise, or I'm going to wake up early, or I'm going to read that book, or I'm going to make $1 million. But we can't do it. We just can't do it. We can't do everything that we set out to do, because that's called being human. So therefore, the best thing we can ask for with our kids is not perfection.
And we're aware and honest about what's inside of us and where we do fall short, and then we ask for help.
In 12-step groups, the first step is admitting powerlessness. And it took me about 30 years to get to that point where I was willing to say, I can't do it. And all the healing for me happened after I said I can't. And for me, seeing my children say, I can't do it alone, Dad, there is nothing more honoring to me than to hear that from them.
It's also them saying to us, I want relationship with you. I want you to come into my life.
This is the stuff I want to brag about. If we've done anything right as a parent, it's not to scare them into being well-behaved in public. It's that we've created an environment where they feel safe to share their stuff. And it's taken a lot of work. I think they feel safe because we share our stuff and we let them know we're not perfect and we don't do everything we set out to do. And that is okay. God can love us the way we are right now, not in who we think we need to be or who we want to be.
The first, when we're young parents, when we would see something wrong with our children or something that they would struggle with, we would just get frustrated and want them to stop. And then I think the next level was we just try to fix it. We don't get frustrated, but we're just trying to fix it. And then I think the third level, which Ben and I have more recently, I think, been able to enter into with our children, has been, okay, you're sharing with me this problem that you have, let's just sit here together, and I'm going to sit here in your problem, in your pain, and I'm not going anywhere. We do want to help them. Sometimes we can't fully help. I mean, sometimes it's one of those things where the best way to help them is just to sit there with them and say, I'm sorry, this is hard. This is my experience. I had the same experience. I think it'll get better.
It's like me being with you with your cinnamon crumb muffin today.
Yeah.
I think she shouldn't eat it, but she decided to. And in the past, I would have said, fine, you're not going to do things my way or what I think is right. I'm going to distance myself. But for health for me means, even though you're making decisions I don't agree with, I'm just going to be here with you. That's the best way to love you.
I think this problem in the past, I would have said like, okay, I'm going to try to fix you. And then if it happened again, I'd be like, what? I thought we went over this. I thought we dealt with this.
And what I would say for you parents is this. Ask this question. Please consider this. Are your kids coming to you regularly with the deepest things in their life? If not, please don't blame them. But ask this question, why aren't they doing that? And what can you do to incentivize them to do it? What can you do to win their hearts over? One of the things we've learned as parents is to build an environment that's safe, where our kids will want to share things with us.
But it starts with ourselves. I mean, it starts with accepting that we have problems and that we're not going to fix our problems, and that powerlessness of, yeah, I'm powerless in this area. I can relate to you.
All right. This was a unique vlog. The entire thing is filmed in the coffee shop. We're going to end the vlog now. Thank you guys for joining us for this journey, and we really hope you guys are considering how to let this type of vulnerability and honesty permeate your families. Because in my opinion, it is so much better than having a well-behaved family and getting the occasional compliment or patting ourselves on the back and walking through this life with an illusion that we all have good kids and are good ourselves. See you tomorrow. This is day 1 of healthy eating.
Wow, really?